breaking down these future matchups for Francis Ngannou. First, you have Tyson Fury 2, Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua. For Tyson Fury 2, I'm going to say it's tough because the first fight, Francis looked great. He was way stronger, had a huge strength advantage, dominated in the clinch, and I don't think Tyson, even if you want to say, even if you want to give Tyson the excuse of, oh, he hasn't fought in 11 months, which is what they're doing. It's what, I'm hearing. And if you want to say all this stuff, Tyson wasn't in shape for the fight, he didn't take Francis seriously. If you want to say, then we have to be objective about what can change. Maybe he comes in a little bit more of a muscular shape. I saw these pictures here. This picture of Tyson Fury where he looks to be in better shape. I mean, granted, he is just knocking down Deontay, and he's like, full of adrenaline, testosterone, all these things that are going through you. And, maybe that's what it is. But I just think personally he's in better shape here. He looks to have more muscle on him than he did against Francis Ngannou. Look at him here. Look at him. He's supposed to be throwing a jab, stopping Francis right there. He's pushing back. Look at how much he's spilling over with his midsection, It's not this is a punch stats, by the way, of the fight. But yeah. What can be changed? The clinch game, Francis is gonna win that. Francis is gonna have the strength advantage as well. I don't think the way you beat Francis is the way Fury has been trying to fight lately with the Kronk style, with that aggressive, go forward in your face style that he just beat Deontay Wilder with. This is not Deontay Wilder. He's a bigger guy. He's a stronger guy. And I think punch for punch, he hits harder with everything from the uppercuts to the hooks to the body shots. Really, all Wilder has over Francis Ngannou is the straight right hand. With that said, Tyson Fury in the rematch. I think the rematch could go one of two ways. It has to be 12 rounds. The rematch has got to be it's going to be tight. Like, Tyson's going to know he's going to fight. Like, this is going to be a great performance from Tyson, or Francis is going to do his thing, but I don't think he blows him out of the water. I think we see another close fight, another fight between people who respect each other's power and things like that. Maybe Francis turns it on a little bit more. Maybe he feels he could be a little bit more aggressive after that first look at Fury. Who knows? But that's my take on it. We've only seen Francis get better if you follow his career, even after losses and even after wins. Like this right here, I think is just going to give Francis way more confidence. So with that said, we're moving on to Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou. Everything that I just said, I think Deontay Wilder has one of the hardest right hands in the history of the sport. He has one of the most explosive, just when he hits you, he hurts you anywhere, by the way. It doesn't have to be flush on the chin. It could be on the top of your head. It could be anywhere that he hits you. There's destruction that follows it, and Deontay Wilder needs to be given that credit. However, I think Deontay Wilder is a much smaller fighter than Francis Ngannou. They may be height-wise, Deontay may have the edge there. I'd like to see them side by side, like facing off against each other, but height-wise, I'd give the advantage to Deontay Wilder, but just muscle-wise, built of muscle, I'm going to say Francis Ngannou. He has a different type of build to him. He's just a more denser, stronger individual than Deontay Wilder. Not that Deontay's weak by any sense, but you get what I'm trying to say here. Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, would get pushed around in the clinch against Francis Ngannou. We saw the way Tyson Fury was able to do it to him. I mean, if Tyson Fury could do that to Deontay Wilder, and we just saw what Francis was able to do in the clinch against Tyson Fury, I'm pretty damn sure Francis is going to dominate Deontay Wilder in the clinch. And I think he has the ability to potentially break him down and, beat up Deontay Wilder. I could see that happening. However, I could also see Deontay, like he's done in all of his fights, land that right hand. And the question is, what happens after that? Does Francis go out like a sack of potatoes? Does Francis get hurt and has to take a knee? Does he get dropped to his ass and has to get up? What happens to Francis when he does get that right hand? Does he eat it and shrug it off? I doubt it. Nobody has. You get what I'm saying? So something's going to happen, and that's the intrigue in that fight. And if it does happen, I'm going Deontay Wilder on that fight. I do think, honestly, since I didn't say it for Fury and Ngannou, I think I would go with Tyson to win that fight, even though it would be competitive. I would go with Deontay to win the rematches, or Deontay to beat Francis. And then for Anthony Joshua, this is the one right here, man, because again, Francis, when he hit Tyson Fury, they're trying to say he hit Tyson Fury in the back of the head. He didn't. He hit him in the side of the head, okay? The same way the same way Anthony Joshua got hit in the side of the head against Andy Ruiz. It was one of those, side of the head, equilibrium shots, you know what I mean? Just completely lost them out, and we saw that with Tyson. Tyson just went down to the floor. He recovered well. Anthony Joshua didn't recover well, and that's my point going into this fight, is Anthony Joshua, I don't think he will recover well. I just don't think it would happen. I think it would snowball for him like it has in the past. I think he would get hurt, and then depending on how much time there is in the round, right? Like, let's say there's a minute and 30 seconds left in the round. I think he could very well go down again, or maybe another 2 times to Francis Ngannou. Especially, you have Francis aware. I mean, Francis really showed that he knows what he's doing in there. He knows what he's doing. He has timing. He has shot selection. He has the ability to switch stances. He's very strong. He has a very strong high guard. It's hard to break through that high guard. You saw Fury's punches bouncing off of it like bullets to Superman's armor. It's just one of those things, man. Francis Ngannou showed that he's legit. This is what I saw. And I think he beats Anthony Joshua. I think he would beat Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony would get hurt, and then when it starts to get hurt, rather than rise above like Tyson Fury did, I think he would get hurt and start to fade and start the momentum of negativity, and that would, snowball and get him out of there. Usyk is not here, but just to throw that one out there, Anthony Joshua was a significantly bigger guy than Alexander Usyk, and he was kind of pushing Usyk around in there. Francis, in my opinion, is a bigger guy, stronger guy than Anthony Joshua. And if Joshua was able to push Usyk around, Francis has to be able to push Usyk around too. Even though I do think Usyk would just throw a lot of punches. He would have to walk a tightrope, guys. He would have to walk a tightrope, okay? Which I think he's perfectly capable of doing. But I think Francis Ngannou, if he has like a 6-round window, I feel like, and even then, like, he's still gonna be big and strong and hard to finish. I think it probably goes to decision, Usyk and Francis, and you probably have to give it to Usyk because he'd be landing more and stuff like that. But Francis would show that every time he hits him, it's like, oh, Usyk better not get hit again. Like, you don't want to get hit too many times by Ngannou, bro. You just don't. So that's my take on Francis and these matchups plus the Usyk matchup. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you agree with me, disagree with me, it does not matter. Just join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you. It is appreciated.